Welcome to the Lion Li PCV 1100 Plus 2 review. This case is not being made anymore, and in fact it's 9 years old. So this is the very first review that you will ever see of this in the video format, as this case is very rare. This is all aluminium mid tower, no plastic, and a silent version of it. Let's start by opening the door. Listen to that. Thick aluminium and a spring with a ball, as you can see up there. That is what is giving the pretty thick, all metal with a very powerful spring on it. On the doors you can see it has rubber along the edges for silent mode, and we got a functional lock to lock everything in place if we have the desire to do that. Inside we can see we got the top drive bay, and this actually covers the CD-ROM, so if you got a black or yellow or whatever color, you will still have the design of it not ruined at all by a black or strange color. And then we have some 5.25 quarter bays in silver. Got 4 drive bays options, and you got tons of options for installing. Even though the case is old, you still got tons of options. We'll get back to that. Here we have the power button. This is pretty all aluminium metal. It's a very sturdy one. We got power light and hard disk light, and we ain't got reset buttons on this case. And lastly, we got the logo down here. Down here we got microphone and headphone inputs, and this is for USB 2.0, and we got 2 ports of that. That's my Logitech mouse, and this is just a Lion Li cover. You can get these in a bag full of covers to protect non-use. And here we have FireWire. This is the FireWire port. So if I ever have a use for FireWire, I can plug it in. I have yet in my computer experience not any use for that. But this is a 2.0, so it's kind of old, but 2.0 is fast enough for my needs. And we get back to what we can install here, because it's pretty we got quite a few options. So we closed the door, and this was just the front end. It's a big box here, it's a bit Volvo-like, but I'm into that, so that's not a problem. Old Volvos. So let's turn it around a bit. As we can see, it stands on wheels. So even if we put it on carpeting, it will still have a certain distance for sucking air in from the power supply, which is great. But this is all aluminium, really nice aluminium. And all the edges are rounded. No sharp edges to cut your fingers off. And let's see. As you can see, the wheels are not turning right now, but we got a brake in the back. And if we pull it back, we can roll it, push it forward. It's pretty handy. Right, so here we have the back, and compared to a normal case like you see, this is pretty weird. That is because inside, when we get to that later, we got inverted motherboard. Do you see, instead of being, let's see, it's on the right, it's on the left, or vice versa. So it's pretty extensive. But we got the PC slots, we got the I/O shield, and we got the air out back, and we got the power supply in the bottom of the case. And this particular, what this is doing is leading the air away from the power supply, so it doesn't get interfered and back in the computer through the holes. So that's pretty cool. So on the side we have a small air window which is supposed to bring air in or out depending on how you're setting the side fan. Normally there will be a side fan in the window for video cards, and we have it right here. This would be in the behind the window, and keep your video card cool, but I'm using onboard graphics from now. Let's move on to how we are taking the panels off, because this is interesting. As you can see, normally you will have a screw here, a screw here, a screw here, and a screw down here. But all we have to do on cases like this is turn these loose a bit and then pull it back, and I don't know if I can do it with one hand. Oh, see, pull it back, the cover comes loose, and then you gently unravel the whole case. Let me put it down on the sides, and as we can see, we're inside. Now let's take the other panel off the same way. And always put panels safe, so you don't scratch the hell out of them. But you can see for a silent case, they got very thick layer of protections inside, and to keep noise down. And it does this very well indeed. But we turn it loose and then pull back, and you should be able to do it with one hand and the camera in the other hand. So normally you would see everything, where to install everything, but you see the back of it. You see the back of it. So this is the wire timing area. I'm still into that a bit. I'm not fully done because I'm not fully done upgrading it. Down here we have the bottom of the hard drive cases. We got, for this build, we got two old Barracudas, 256 gigs that are still surviving on the 9 years in life. It was 2007. 8, I got them. Still work. Crystal Disk does find some allocation errors, but they're not used much these days. And as we can see, we got a fan right here, big 120 fan that's just blowing air across, keeping the drives nice and cool. And here we have the drive, the space. We got 6 spaces for 3.5 drives. 3 and 3, which is plenty nowadays. And we have the PSU area, and 430 does have space. There is space for the 430 at least. I don't know with the 7.5, and I'm gonna test it someday. But you can get an extension bracket from Lion Li to put on the back, so you get more space from here and here, and put a bigger power supply in. If you go to the 850, 1000, 1200, I think that's about it. But you can remove the drive cages as well, so that's pretty well. The question nowadays with time, you don't really need as much hard drives, and in fact you could just move the whole bit down here, because it doesn't really matter when everything is and you know, SSDs, SATA, M2, and what have you in hard drive options. So it's not a big thing anymore. But let's take a look at the motherboards and stuff. Right, down here, this is the other side of the PSU area. We got some holes for cable, and you've got the main power supplies. Main power supply power to the motherboard going up that direction and that direction, the big 24 pin, and the small one. And here we have an air duct that is supposed to bring air from the CPU out the back, and it does pretty well. I can see I need a screwdriver to loosen them. I'll do so in a minute. And here we have the front, and you will notice the big 120 fan, much easier. And here we have the access to the drives connections. And drives are connected by screws in the side. And then they just slide in on rails. And then you can lock it down like that in both sides, so they don't move. And that's how it is, and you hear no noise from it. You hear basically no noise from the drives. And in the quarter inch space 5.25, normally you will have, in a case like this, normally you will have a floppy drive, and this case was brand new in 2015-16, never had a build on it. So it came with the floppy drive adapter, which is this one, which is the 3.5. But you know, nobody uses floppy drives anymore. Neither do I. So I got a 3.5 to 2.5 inch adapter to put in it, and another front bezel. So as you can see, we put a front bezel in front of it, and then we got space for the 3.5 adapter to be mounted in the back. And then we have room for 2.5 drives. So we got SSD right here, a Samsung 850 EVO, 120 gigabyte, which is greatest drive ever. And then we have an old 2.5 drive Western Digital's blue drive 250. That 250 gigs that I had in Asus E laptop, because the adapter allows 2 drives to be mounted in with rubber screws. This is all Lion Li parts, so you know, they do the job and keep noise down. And that is the thing, you can easily get these adapters and fill these drives up with SSD drives. So 1, 2, 3, 4 by 2, that's 8 SSD drives, just like this. And you can get a bezel that has room for 4 2.5 drives as well, in black and silver. Silver is difficult to find, but you can get them in black, and they got the The bezel itself has holes in the front for ventilation. But you got 4 options to mount in each 5.25 adapter. So 1, 2, 3, 4 by 4. So that means 4 by 4. 16 is 2.5 drives. 16 is 2.5 drives. If you want to go with 2.5 drives and not M2. But that depending on your options. And right down here we have it. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. July 13, 2007. That's a very old case. Yeah, but it's still, you know, it was new old stock, so it's pretty well. And here we have the motherboard. Still got wire tying as I mentioned, but to do. But most of it right here is just to get the short distance SATA cables, because I don't need the regular supplied. These are just the regular supplied from the motherboard, so not necessarily short. But otherwise we got, this is the basic Trooper board H120 T3 board, and it's pretty well for my needs. It doesn't have overclocking, and it's one of the cheapest Skylake 1151 boards, but it's pretty well. But what do we need? Well, you see the PCI slots right here with, you know, big nice silver thumb screws holding them in place. And as for the 4-pin, that's right down in the corner, as you can see. We don't have to mess around on top to mount this, which is nice. And wire tying the whole shit up isn't as difficult, because there is room in the back, as we can see. There is room in the back with a little practice. There is room in the back for wire tying, so it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. And that's about concludes the review of this, because I'm all around. Oh yeah. Just as you can see, we got little filters, and we got filters as well behind the fans to place, and we got little stands to as well for noise and filters as well. And we can see with the PSU power supply that not only do we have the distance from the bottom of the case and the wheels outside, we also have a little platform it stands on. So if it sucks air in, we can put it on carpeting, and it's not gonna work as a very efficient vacuum cleaner at all. But I don't have put it on carpeting right now, so it's okay. But that concludes this review. I think I got it all. It's a very great case. It keeps idle temperatures pretty well down. I only got 2 fans installed, and that's pretty well enough for airflow. Even if it's a hot summer day in August right now, at the time of recording this, we have some 31 degrees in idle time on 41 in load, with a prime 95 for 1 hour and 20 minutes. So it's pretty good, and the noise is pretty well silent as well. And today I'm gonna do something else on it. But that's for another video. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's the only one of its kind. So the Lion Lee PCV 1100 plus 2, and we actually have it on the bag as well.